It's the weekly show about rAVe with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey, Steph, how are you doing?
Hey, Gary. Happy Wednesday. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm coming to you on Delta Sky Club bandwidth, so cross your fingers.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, where are you going? What's going on?
I'm heading to the Alamo E4, Exertis Alamo E4 experience in Boston, which is tomorrow. Cool. So I'm getting ready to fly up there. And if you're last minute watching this, you could sign up at e4experience.com. But guess what I did last night, Steph?
Oh, tell me. I already know, but tell me anyway.
Okay, thanks for prompting me. I actually have a picture for you to see what I did last night. I went to the fair with my daughter.
Yay, with Olivia. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Yes, yesterday was very cold. But first of all, tell me the tea. What did you ride? What did you eat? What was the vibe?
So this guy does not ride rides that are put up in a matter of hours. I like substantial rides that take years to build, like those kind that they have at Disney. There was no riding. But as far as eating, I had North Carolina barbecue, Eastern North Carolina sauce with the barbecue, of course, which is vinegar-based sauce for those of you that know what we're talking about.
From the chicken queue booth.
No, I forget the name of the place. I go to it every year, but I'm not sure it has a name. It's just been there since I was a kid. And then there's I'm sure it has a name. But then the thing that the Uncle Sam that does like this. That serves French fries. Yeah.
Yes.
I had those French fries, and then I had a frozen banana with peanuts, which is my favorite. Thing. Like I love fresh frozen bananas. Yes. And then I had way too much kettle corn and
Did you get a cookie tote?
Peanuts.
A cookie tote?
What's a cookie tote?
Where you go to the cookie stand and they buy a ton
I saw the line there.
Yeah, they're wild every year.
I was not into standing in line, so
that's true.
I wimped out.
How
about you? You went to the fair too, right?
Yes, I went Saturday night, and I said this to everyone in the office. I said, I would rather eat my way through the drywall in this office with my 2 front teeth than go to the fair on a Saturday night ever again in my life. I will never do it again.
Was it packed?
Yes, it was so packed. It was like a Harry Styles concert or something. It was like shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I was so overwhelmed. I started crying.
Really? At the state fair? It's so fun.
It was so bad. It was so bad. And it's just every line took over an hour. It was just really rough, but I did eventually get some food. I'm a trier of the new things every year. I look at the list of new fair foods and
so you did the Korean corn dog thing?
No, I didn't do that. I did the loaded pickles, loaded fried pickles, which was mid, not good. Don't recommend. But I also did the Nashville hot chicken tacos. Those were good. Okay. Those were 10 out of 10.
All right, good. Yeah, well, I guess we should probably get on to the news. You're watching rAVe TV, which is the industry's only live TV show. We're actually coming to you live. I'm coming to you live from the little teeny Raleigh-Durham Airport. Steph is in the rAVe launch studios, actually. Yes. We're coming to you live on LinkedIn, on our website, ravepubs.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/ravepubs. We're coming to you on Facebook and on Twitter live. Right now, we're simultaneously broadcasting all of those places. And of course, you can always watch rAVe TV by going to ravepubs.com and clicking on the TV link. And every week we review the news. That is the news that you should know about. And we're going to have a live product introduction on this show in a matter of just 2 minutes from one of my favorite companies in the industry, rAVe. They're going to live launch a product on the show. We're going to show you a video of how this product works that has not been shown to any human outside of the rAVe headquarters yet. So this is going to be special. But before that, Steph, talk about launch week 6 next week.
Yes, it's here. It's pretty much here. So launch week 6 is coming up October 24th through 27th. Of course, you can see all of the different days. It's going to be segmented into UCC Day, Emerging Technology Day, rAVe Day, and Digital Signage Day. And we really, really want you to join. Particularly rAVe Day is going to be amazing because This panel is going to be amazing. This is a supply chain panel. This is the first time that a representative from both Aurora and Crestron are going to be on a panel together talking about supply chain issues. And why would you want to miss that? Because, we were all here. We all saw the emails and everything that went down in like August and early September. So this is going to be a chance for both companies, along with some integrator representatives too, to sit down and really discuss like the issues that are going on in our industry and how we can work to solve them.
And scan that QR code so you can sign up. But we're doing a supply chain survey right now on our website at ravepubs.com. It literally takes 1 minute to take. It'll take you a minute to read the questions, and you got to answer them. But you go through and answer them, and we want to know how has it affected you, and how specifically has it affected you. So I guess maybe 3 minutes.
Oh, yep.
What does it say there? 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yep.
So take that. If you scan that QR code, you can take that survey right now. And we've already got, I don't know how many results we have, but we have enough that we have a substantial number of results that we are starting to see some trends. I'm going to ask the questions of the panel based on the results I get from that survey, which we're going to close on Friday. Cool. So we want to know how how it has impacted you and which part of the industry has been most affected. Like, is it displays? Is it rAVe? Is it Aver? Is it the signal routing and distribution companies? But we're going to find out. So yeah,
that's cool. That's awesome. So Gary, you teased that we have a special guest, but let's first show the news story. It's on our website. You can go check it out. rAVe has announced today. Yes, we did. rAVe has announced the HDL 410. This is its first audio conferencing system for a large space. So we're familiar with both of their smaller systems, but this is for like a very large, like classroom based or like a hybrid space. So.
Well, it also amps up the mic technology. They have technology called microphone mist, and they really amped it up quite a bit. Here's it in a classroom. You see it on the left side and on the right side of the classroom. And what it does is, you could have put the 300 series in a large classroom like this, but with the 410, it's more tuned specifically for this kind of environment, and you have a lot more control over it with the DSP. And so, that story is on our website at ravepubs.com, but who better to talk about this than Rob Abbott, the VP of products at rAVe himself, who we have live on rAVe TV. Rob, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi. Good to see you guys. And this is live. You're not kidding here.
Rob is like, I don't know about this. Listen, first question for you is, the coldest this human has ever been was the time that I did a live launch in your office in Calgary, and I had to walk from the hotel. Nobody picked me up. You guys didn't pick me up. Nobody offered to pick me up, but I had to walk from my hotel to your offices, and I have never been so cold in my life. So what is the temperature in Calgary right now?
It's beautiful today. It's, I'd say right around 70 Fahrenheit.
So why didn't you invite
me? We do that on purpose. That's a rite of passage, Gary. We make people who visit experience the cold.
I have passed.
I have to
do. If that's a rite of passage.
You're still here.
Listen, everyone can go to rAVe.com or go to ravepubs.com and see the story. So tell me, obviously I have a 300 in my classroom. We have a dual 300 in some of the new classrooms. What's the difference between this and the new HDL 410?
Yeah, absolutely. So today we announced the 410, and it is really the next generation of our product line. It's built on next generation microphone mist and a brand new Connect module. And what that does, you use the word amped up, and it's exactly right. It just brings more processing power, refined algorithms, more intelligence to our line. And so the big difference out of the gates is that we're now able to cover really large spaces up to 35 feet by 55 feet. And as Steph was saying, that really starts to open up a lot of these really, really high impact spaces, tiered classrooms, divisible rooms, large meeting rooms, corporate training spaces. And so, we really feel this is about opening up a whole series of new spaces that traditionally you needed very complex, expensive systems to handle audio in those spaces. And now we think we've greatly simplified it for our customers.
So we're going to show a video that has never been seen outside the rAVe headquarters. And this is not a fine-tuned, fine-polished video. This is kind of a behind the scenes of the product actually being demonstrated inside your organization, to your organization, I should say. So this is not like a perfectly edited video. But I love the fact that you're willing to let us show this. So can we go ahead and show it, Rob?
Yeah, it's rough cut. It's behind the scenes. It's just for your viewers. So
this is exactly
take it for what it is.
We love. So go for it. Let's.
Hi, we're here in our Lazaridis meeting room where we have an HDL410 setup. There's two reasons why we've set up an HDL410 in this room. One is just to show you the wide variety of room sizes and shapes that the HDL410 will work in. The other reason is to show you the audio location data stream. The screen we're sharing on the desktop here is a development tool. This development tool is used by our developers to visualize the coverage map and visualize where sound is coming from within the coverage map. You can see on this diagram that the bars, the white bar and the pink bar, are automatically located on the coverage map, and that corresponds to bar 1 and bar 2 in this room. The distance between the bars is exactly the distance they are in the room. And you can see that the 3 points that are being generated on the coverage map reflect where I'm talking within the room relative to the distance between the 2 bars. So you can see that we're getting accurate location data all through acoustics alone.
Okay, so this is kind of a sneak peek to a full-fledged video that's going to explain the product. But one of the cool features that I don't even think, obviously wasn't addressed there. I mean, you're triangulating, right? We're using like GPS type technology, which is how GPS works, triangulates satellites. You're triangulating, but you're also able to, because of the accuracy of the audio pickup and microphone miss, you're actually able to tell the cameras where to move. And you've actually done some partnerships in and around this, Rob. Talk about those.
Yeah, so the core underlying, we think of it as a breakthrough in the audio algorithms is a functionality called a unified coverage map. And so what you see there in those really large spaces is really consistent, clear audio. And it's enabled by this giant microphone array. So essentially all 24 physical microphones. The system you saw is comprised of 2 integrated microphone speaker bars and the new Connect Module 2. But those 2 bars in totality have 24 physical microphones. And what's really sophisticated here is during the setup process, which is all zero touch and seamless to the user, the bars are aware of each other. They actually communicate to each other, and then they know the relative position and orientation of each bar in the space. And so that just gives us a level of sophistication in terms of tuning the coverage map. And even visualizing the space. We can actually create a full visualization of a meeting space without the user having to do anything. And that lets us have a great deal of installation flexibility. You can really put these bars anywhere, and they will find each other, paint a picture of the room and visualize it, and then you can use that to get accurate sound location and even do things like set active zones. So it's just a whole other level of sophistication. And Gary, to your point about cameras, the other thing it gives us is very precise sound location data. And so we're using that to, and we've already started these partnerships with companies like rAVe, but we're really opening this up through our sound location API to the industry. And so we have lots of interesting developments in progress, and we're really excited about what our camera partners will be able to do with this API.
So the analogy I'm going to use is that, like my Roomba does, it diagrams the whole house and knows where everything is. Your microphone arrays diagram the room and know where everything is. So therefore, you're able to send a little bit more accurate communications for where the camera should go, rather than the camera finding somebody who, by the way, is moving, finding somebody and then having to correct itself. So what I've noticed is with these automated cameras, and you have one actually at your desk, when you move around, it finds you, but it always does this at the very end. And I believe that this is something that you can help solve, because you're going to give them more accurate location data. Also, the presentation zone, I think is what you called it. So I use that in a classroom to say, here's where I'm going to stand most of the time when I'm teaching. But in my new classrooms, I have 3 different spots that I'm standing in. So this will solve that problem, because I'll be able to have 3 different presentation zones.
It will, yes. Yeah, that's something that's in progress. It's called active zone control. That's the feature that allows you to set specific audio characteristics within smaller spaces within the room. So you will be able to set multiple zones within a space. So yeah, absolutely, Gary. So
and I like that because I can, blank out the students and only have my 3 places that I stand in this room. And I'm going to actually shoot a video of all this so you can see how this works in my actual classroom a little bit later. But for now, Rob, everyone can check it out at rAVe.com and then click on the HDL link. HDL410 is the name of the new product. And of course, you can see it on our website. Rob, thanks for joining us. Tell Sherry and tell Nancy and Dave and everybody up there I said hello. Will you do that?
Will do, yeah, and you're welcome back each winter.
Yeah, I'll wait until it's like negative 12 again. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. So
Thanks for your time.
I'm going to bring Steph back on in just a moment, but before that, Steph popped back on. Before that, I was going to say, Steph, before we brought you back on, we're going to have a Legrand thing going on here, but I think you want to talk about the Legrand blog.
Yeah, so Legrand is one of our lovely sponsors and partners here at rAVe TV, and they have actually shared a blog that we're going to share with you today. So this is all about building adaptability in your video conferencing spaces. So a big question today has been, okay, here's a video conferencing space I've set up for my hybrid work environment, but people have a lot of questions today about future-proofing something or making it last, or what if we're not hybrid forever, or what if we change what we want? What if we change our office size? Who's in the office? Who's out of the office? So this blog is going to give you really detailed and awesome advice about how to make a system that can very easily adapt to whatever your office needs. And highly recommend that you guys check it out. So definitely scan the QR code and you can go read that.
Yeah, and Legrand's doing a great job marketing through education, which is critical because they build a lot of glue products, and you need that kind of education for those glue products. And hey, speaking of which, Legrand is going to actually be here in North Carolina.
They were, yeah.
Actually, they were. Did you go to this? I forgot they were here.
Yes, I went yesterday with Abby. So
I didn't realize that was yesterday.
Yeah, so Legrand had a road show that is kind of an extension of what they did at CEDIA Expo. Kind of, Gary, you got to go to Minneapolis to see the commercial version of this road show. So this is essentially the residential and light commercial version of this. So
you're gonna show me the video? I'm
going to show you the video. So we're going to roll this clip really quick.
Cool.
And then also this right here is our Luxel product line. Luxel is a networking group for Legrand. We make switches, we make wireless, we make mesh products. We make a whole array of solutions that are available, for the home and commercial world for Luxel. Luxel's been around for years. It is a well-known solution, especially in the CI channel.
Yeah. This is like a rack that would be for like a semi-custom home, correct?
Yeah, something like that. You could put it in anywhere in any home really, but traditionally the racks go into a semi-custom or a custom home. If you're getting into more of a production in a move-up home, we use the OnQ solution. This is OnQ enclosures. They're plastic, so they're transparent, so the wireless signal, anything wireless, can go through it. If it's metal, it wouldn't go through it. So it's more efficient, and you can come in and you can put your router, your switches, your video distribution, your network panels, any different products will fit in here, and being that they're wireless, anything that's wireless like you see here, it'll allow it to pass through there and give you a good signal throughout the house, because that's important to have a good networking signal.
Let's talk about these clips. I really like them.
Everybody loves these clips for some. No, they're a great.
Useful. That's something where it's like I think that every company's like, oh my god, I should have thought of that.
There's a great, so a scenario is kind of like you see this right here, laying down here. We could actually take this in and put it over here, and mount it in this enclosure right here if we wanted to. And then to give you an example, where this one right here, that is this, but once you put it in, then you can just break it off, and so it doesn't stick out like this is sticking out right here. So you can see, just tap it in, put it in. I can take this one over here, put it in, and it ratchets. So now I can ratchet it down and keep it good and tight.
Like kind of like a zip tie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a zip tie. Very, very similar, except it's much easier to do than trying to feed the zip tie up behind here. that can definitely be a pain.
But like much easier for mounting something
Yes.
like that, or
Perfect example right here. Or like we did up underneath here. We mounted one of our little Luxel switches right there and put it right up underneath it. Within the enclosures, we make 42-inch, 30, 20s, and then we make a 17 and a 9-inch box. So we have a whole array of different solutions that are available, to the home buyer. And moving on, here's our little basket of
this is like adult Legos.
Can't argue with that. So, like this one, and these the blue ones are actually our Middle Atlantic product line, and our orange ones are red. I guess that's more orange. Is the On-Q product lines.
Great job, Steph. I
Thank
love
you.
that kind of stuff. I like it when they come and do those kind of road shows and things. But
Yeah,
hey,
and
I want to go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was a lot more hands-on for me than getting to be at CEDIA with them, because they were just quite so busy at CEDIA the entire time. So it was good to like have some one-on-one time to where I could actually get my hands on their brand's products.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but that guy's voice sounds exactly like the guy who announces the football games at Kenan Stadium. But anyway,
Yes.
to turn our attention to, by the way, our football team's ranked, our basketball school,
Yeah.
our basketball school ranked number 1 preseason.
Yes.
Our football team is in the top 20. This
Yes.
is a weird year for us. But anyway,
We're Carolina
on
people
to-
for anyone watching.
That's right. Yeah. On to AVER. AVER is going to be at the Church Facilities Expo, the CFE show, and booth 350 next week in Dallas, Texas. That is a big house of worship event. Of course, we cover the house of worship with our publication rAVe How, HOW. You can subscribe to that at ravepubs.com. Scan that QR code and get more information on that show, but also on AVER. You should check out AVER because they got a lot of cool stuff, and they've got lots of PTZ cameras and stuff that you should use on pretty much any installation.
Exactly.
But,
They want to
speaking
make
of-
sure that you're ready for the upcoming season, so make sure you get registered at churchfacilitiesexpo.com.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of products you should know about, they I don't know if PPDS, I hate that, Philips digital signage introduced 32:9 displays yesterday. Those are stretch displays. Now LG has had a product like this, and Sony's had a product similar to this. But this one has Android 8 built into it. That's what's unusual.
Yeah, that's what's different.
It's perfect for hospitality and signage. So this is a good, different form factor as the ultra wide is getting popular. But with built-in Android 8 means you have a built-in media player all the time, as well as it can be just a hospitality TV as well. So
very cool. So another
what else
product
is in the
that
news?
let's talk about another product you should know about. This is the Epson Movario augmented reality glasses. There are a new generation of them. So these kind of support immersive, hands-free collaboration between on-site technicians and remote experts. So they can have someone kind of showing you, talking to you about what you're doing as you're doing it, which I think is really cool. And what's the technology called that this uses? It's like OLED technology. I want to say that this uses
silicon OLED. So it's basically an OLED on it that's actually not as a separate OLED, but it's actually embedded on the chip itself. So it's part of the silicon chip. So it's a reflective based OLED technology.
And the new generation has a 34-degree field of view as well. So which is important.
So it's going to be more like glasses rather than pinpoint. So it gives you a little bit more area of view. And this is perfect for if you're selling applications where somebody's doing customer support in the field and you want to see what they're seeing. They put on these glasses from afar. You're seeing what they're seeing and you're guiding them through fixing an installation. You can even do this for your customers. If you had a big customer who's trying to manage their own systems, this is a way that you could actually give them the ability to do that. But them putting on the glasses and you walk them through fixing something.
That's a very cool product that's kind of marrying like what Launch Code, what Megan covers over there with what we cover at Pubs. So it's a very cool product that I'm excited to see how it's used in the field. But yeah, continuing on, we have one more commercial from our partner and sponsor, Shure. So check out this next spot to learn a little bit more about its technology partners.
Things have changed. Conversations that used to happen around a table now take place on leading video conferencing platforms. What hasn't changed is the need for clarity in those conversations. Alongside key strategic partners, Shure is bringing the next generation of audio solutions to the workplace. Experience crystal clear audio solutions from Shure.
All right, so just a couple more things we wanted to talk about here. We definitely want you guys to register for DSC. We would love to see you all in Las Vegas. It's going to be November 17th through 19th. We want you guys to go and register now using our code rAVEGIFT. That gets you onto the show floor for free, so there you go. All you got to do is get yourself there. This is going to be a very exciting year for this trade show coming back after its ownership under QuestX, so we're very excited to support this show and be there, and I'm really excited. This is going to be my first DSC. And continuing on, this is what Gary's in the airport for right now. Exertis Almo's E4. This is going to be in Boston, October 20th. So if you're, kind of on the fence, you're in the area, go and check out this story, scan that QR code, because it's going to be great. Gary, you're going to be delivering your keynote, correct?
Yeah, I'll be delivering a keynote. It's all about building experiences to help people get back to the office using AV equipment. And speaking of experiences, everyone's having an experience with the supply chain issues. And I want to remind you again to fill out that survey. It'll take you 1 minute. It's all about the experience you're having with AV, UCC, and digital signage supply chain issues. If you're having any supply chain issues at all, whether it's coming from a brand or whether it's coming from a direct supplier, or you're having problems delivering product to your customers, fill out that survey. It'll take you 1 minute. It'll help me guide my questions to the panel next week during launch week. So thanks for letting me plug that again, Steph.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, y'all definitely scan that QR code. You can get to any of the stories or any of the things that we have talked about on the show today. You can also, of course, go to ravepubs.com and find every bit of the information and stories that we've covered today as well. I believe that is it for our show. Gary, you've got a flight to catch, and I know that I've got the rest of the day at work ahead of me. So we will let everyone watching get back to their lunch or breakfast, depending on where y'all are watching from. And that's been another episode of rAVe TV. We'll see you guys again next Wednesday at noon Eastern. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.